Hey peeps, it's Jedd here from Disrupt Tutoring, and as always, such a pleasure and a privilege to join you. Today we're going to deal with a quadratic pattern, and the minute we hear the word quadratic pattern, we absolutely know that there is a second common difference. So no first common difference, we expect to find a second common difference. Okay, so let's see how this one plays out. The first thing they've asked us to do is write down the next two terms of the pattern, so we need to write down that term and that term. So before I do that, I'm first going to rewrite the sequence. And I'm going to figure out what this first difference is. So the first difference there is 7. The second difference there, 29 minus 12, is going to give me 17. The third difference, 56 minus 29, is going to give me 27. Okay, so let's see our second difference. That's going to be 10. That's going to be 10. So perfect. We see there's a second common difference, which is exactly what we expected. So now let's go ahead and try and find the second or the next two terms of this pattern. So what we would do is we would add 10 to find the next common difference, which would be 37. And that 37 is going to be between those two. So when we add 56 to 37, that's going to give us 93. Okay, then if we add the next difference, common difference of 10, that's going to give us another one of 47. So the 47 will lie between those two. And when we add 47 to 93, that's going to give us 140. So therefore, for question 3.3.1, our answer is simply going to be 93 and 140. And that gets you a couple of marks, which is great. Then they've asked us, prove that the first difference of this pattern will always be odd. So they've specifically asked us to look at this first difference pattern and say that it will always be odd. Okay, and prove that it will always be odd. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat that as our pattern, and I'm going to develop a general term for that pattern. Now, there are a number of ways you can do this question. I'm going to show you one of them, one of the more simple ways, but feel free to comment and let us know if there's another way that you'd prefer. What I'm going to do here is, firstly, I'm going to write 3.3.2 so we know which one we're dealing with. And I'm going to build a general term. So the general term here is going to be Tn is equal to, remember when we're dealing with a linear pattern, because this has a first common difference now, because we're dealing with this as our pattern. So it's got the first common difference of 10. Remember, we go 10n immediately, so 10 times n. We're then going to put in the first term. So the first term is going to be 7, but the position of that 7 is going to be 1. So 10 times 1 is going to give us 10. Then what do we add or subtract to 10 in order to get us to 7? So that's fairly simple. We subtract 3, and that should get us the general term. Now I want you to look at this general term, and this is where we start needing to use some of our reason and logic in applying the mathematics. If we multiply 10 by any number, so let's say 1, so that's 10, right? Then 10 times 4 is 40, then 10 times 7 is 70. So what do you notice about any number times by 10? You're always going to get you're always going to get an even number. Okay, so you're always going to get an even number. When we subtract that even number by 3, okay, we're always going to end up with an odd number. So that is literally going to be our answer. We're going to write it out in words. I know it's weird because we don't typically write things out in maths, but here we are going to. So you're going to say any number multiplied by 10 results in an even number. Okay, so that's one point. The second point is, but by subtracting 3, you will end up with an odd number. And that, by justifying that, you will get the full marks for this question. Really good job. Thank you so much to our sponsors for making this video possible. Be sure to visit their website and send them lots of love, because without them, these videos would not be possible. So thank you so much. Then head over to our website, because we've got hundreds more of these epic tutorial videos that you can access freely. No sign up, no subscription. You can do whatever you want, really. You can download them, you can share them with your friends, really whatever. We honestly just want you guys to excel and thrive. And if these videos do that for you, then our mission is accomplished. So we hope you found this helpful. If you can't find an answer to your question on our website, remember you can send us the question and we'll respond with a personalized video just for you. We'll even give you a shout out. Until the next time, stay epic.